Yesterday was an extraordinary day. It was unreal. I drove to France, to Joan of Arc's hometown. But let me tell you, something else happened that blew my mind and I'm just totally still flabbergasted and trying to figure out what happened. Something told me to go to Vaucouleurs, and that's the town where Joan of Arc went from her hometown in her quest to crown the King of France. So she went and sought the assistance of Captain Robert. I'll pull his full name there. So I went there, and there's a church they built on the site of the fortress that's about 100 years old, and they built it over an ancient crypt. Now this crypt is really important because it's the crypt where Joan of Arc visited the Notre Dame statue, and she prayed in front of it. Each time she went to seek his assistance, she prayed in front of that statue. It is speculated that she touched it and she kissed it as well. Okay, so I went there. I was actually able to gain access to one of the towers of the fortress, but the church was locked and the crypt was absolutely inaccessible as well. So I went into the town and I found the info center, and there was two nice young ladies in there, and I talked to them, told them about my blog, and told them who I was and what I was doing. And they were really interested, but they absolutely would not give me access to the church or the crypt. They weren't budging on that. And they recommended I visit another church in the town. So I talked to them some more and showed them pictures from my blog, and I was doing all my persuasion powers. And eventually they decided, I told them that in one of the towers in the fortress, I found a purse. Like it had been dumped there or something. So they wanted to go investigate that. And they said I could go with them and show them what the purse was. And they were thankful that I told them about that. And so they in turn opened the crypt for me. Not in a million years could I ever imagine what happened next. I went down into the crypt. None of the tombs are there anymore. But I went down into the crypt, and what was down there was the statue that Joan of Arc prayed in front of, that she touched, that she kissed. Absolutely incredible. I don't have the words for it. What's more is I have it all on video for you. So this is the fortress of Robert de Baudricourt, and this is where Joan of Arc was told to come to get support to go and crown the king. Right here. So we're now going to explore it and see what's left. It looks like it's been protected, thankfully, and let's do this. I've never been here before, so I'm pretty excited as well. Ah, of course, church bells. Well, so the walls look massive, so it must have been much, much bigger 600 years ago. It's quite windy out here now. Here we are. Here's the church. So this is where Joan of Arc came for support. Unfortunately, it looks like we cannot get inside. It is gated up. It looks like, oh wow, there's a sword. Ah, it looks like this was once used as a stage, as a theater, sort of, probably to play out Joan of Arc's story. So there's not a lot left, it looks like. But there's more left than I thought. I thought the fortress was completely gone. So Joan of Arc had to come here, and she was not believed that she was sent by God. She was doubted. She had to come here 3 times. In fact, Robert thought that she was, hello, that she was a healer. And the only healing advice she could give him was to give up his mistress. And that shocked him that she knew that he had a mistress. That was supposed to be a secret. But of course, Joan of Arc being Joan of Arc, it's kind of hard to keep a secret from somebody that speaks to angels and gets messages from God. So after the 3rd visit, he supported Joan of Arc on her mission to crown the king. And as we all know, she succeeded at that mission. Wow, this is so beautiful. Very windy. Oh, okay, so let's see. Not sure we can get in or not. Okay, it looks like there's a sign that says at your own risk. So, oh, it's open, it's open, it's open. I'm now inside the fortress, of what's left of it. Oops. Try and close the gate. Okay. So it looks like what's left here is 4 pillars. I don't know if any of these are open. I guess not. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Word app and see if we can get any words while we're here. Okay, there's not a lot left of the fortress. I got the word move. I was able to open it. Which I think is kind of weird that somebody's purse was in there, so. Okay. Ooh. Did I just get the word appropriate? Are you trying to say it's appropriate for me to getting out of there? That's exactly the word I got, appropriate. I'm gonna go down the sides. Okay, so that's incredible. This is where Joan of Arc came. Now, obviously, the fortress was much, much larger back then, and it had to be huge. So I just went in one of the towers, and there's 4 of them going up. So there must have been several floors to this, and much bigger. Which, from what I'm read, makes sense. And then we have the church right here, which is beautiful in its own right. So this one's been rebuilt, the chapel, originally Roman, made way to a Gothic chapel in 1928. Ooh. So it turns out Ingrid Bergman had been here into the crypt and had prayed as Joan of Arc did. Because the one thing that Joan of Arc really wanted to do every time she came here was pray in front of the statue of Notre Dame des Voûtes. So that's what Joan of Arc would do. She would come here and pray. And so Ingrid Bergman, while she was making the movie, she also came here and prayed as well. Wow, isn't that incredible? Ingrid Bergman came here in preparation for her movie. Okay, so how do I get into the church, or is it even possible? Oh wow, I would love to get into the crypt. Okay, cool news. I just got special permission to be in here, so I am very fortunate and grateful that I get to visit and explore. How awesome is that? Such nice people, the French are. And I'm gonna be able to go down in the crypt in a moment, because they also opened the crypt for me. Oh, how beautiful is that? Unfortunately, I can't stay very long, because they actually walked here from the visitor center for the city up here and opened it just for me. Oh, that's crazy. I got the word soon. The last word I got on my device when I said I was going to come back here was the word soon. And so that's kind of cool, because I had no idea I was going to come back up here. And look at that. I got the word soon. So I had shut it off when I went into the visitor center, and I said I was going to come back. Okay, so... How gorgeous. Oh my goodness. This is so incredible. Now where I'm gonna go now is down in the crypt. So, going back out. I'm gonna go into the crypt. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the crypt now. Okay, so I'm going down into the crypt. So this is the original statue that Joan of Arc prayed in front of. Oh my goodness. So I have permission to touch. Oh my goodness. It's like you get an electric feeling. It's like, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is very special right here. This is down in the crypt of the church. This is Notre Dame, Voûtes. And this is the actual statue that Joan of Arc would kneel in front of and pray and touch when she was here. So I'm actually touching a statue that Joan of Arc touched and prayed every time she came here. And when she met Captain Robert, she came here 3 times, and this is where she came to pray, and that's why she would come in here. And now it's securely held here in the crypt of the church. How amazing is that? I'm just so fortunate.